while Myanmar undergoes the most sweeping political reform in a generation.
Just emerged from decades of military rule.
The country's drug trafficking has returned with a vengeance. Since 2006, just when it seemed Myanmar was on course to wipe out opium fields and heroin jungle labs, poppy cultivation has nearly tripled.
Probably never heard of Burma's opium drug lord, but together they're responsible for the flood of heroin into this country.
Until the 1980s, Myanmar was the world's largest supplier of heroin. Pressure from China forced ethnic groups to stop growing poppy along its border. But instead of disappearing, opium production migrated south into Myanmar's mountainous backcountry. The heroin there has gained a reputation for superior quality and fetches higher prices than the stuff coming out of Afghanistan, which is the current leader in global production of opium.
Burma's Shan state accounts for 91% of production. This part of the country has seen decades of ethnic conflict.
Myanmar's return to drug trafficking, paired with the country's budding democracy, is no coincidence. Much of Myanmar's opium production is controlled by a patchwork of militia groups, and some of them are allied with the government. Fearing those alliances could be jeopardized, the government is wary of cracking down on drugs. And while the government turns a blind eye, farmers are all too happy to oblige. Not only is opium more profitable than their previous cash crop, cheroot tobacco, but the traffickers also help finance the cultivation. The UN is trying to persuade farmers to dedicate part of their fields to coffee plants. But considering it takes 3 years to produce beans, it's a lot to ask in the face of a much quicker and more valuable harvest.